Okay, just let me clear my throat there a little bit. I think we're ready to go. I think that everything is set here. Let me check real quick. Yeah, looks like the sound is fine. Now I'll try to keep an eye on chat like always, and I'll probably miss it like always, but this is the third house in the third and last neighborhood here in San Sequoia as we rebuild San Sequoia. Now, as you can see with this house, the house that was here, I liked it pretty well. The exterior was very well done. I didn't like the floor plan all that much on the inside, but the exterior was very well done. But what I didn't like was that the exterior, and in fact, the exterior of like all the houses that Max has put in this neighborhood did not in any way, shape, or form match the rest of the neighborhood, which was kind of odd, I thought, because this looks very much like it's supposed to be a suburban sort of neighborhood, like a development where everything was built by the same builder. So we took the house out and we replaced it here with a house that looks more like the neighborhood as a whole. We actually took a lot of inspiration from this house next door, gave it a lot of the same sort of look, definitely to some extent, and also drew inspiration from this house over here on this corner as well. So we have a lot of like the same windows. There's only a partial front porch. It doesn't go all the way across, so we did just the front porch partially across. But we've got this kind of eyebrow window, kind of straight across sort of raised window like we have over here. So we've got some stuff that when you look at it definitely says, okay, it fits in this neighborhood, right? I've done some landscaping work out here. We've also got a pool in the backyard, started working on the backyard as well. Put a pool in. It's a very small lot. It's only 30 by 20, so I'm not able to really get in as much stuff in the backyard as I would like. Now there's a park near here. So when it comes to like kids, when it comes to kids and playing outside, we do have a park nearby, and I think we can do a small area here for kids. And we'll have like I said, our pool, maybe a place to cook out back over here off the back porch. And in general, it'll work pretty well. But what we're working on right here at the moment is going to be inside here on the first floor. Created a little bit of a gallery entry here. This has changed a little bit as I've been working. I made a much larger laundry room / mudroom area. Of course, in reality, there would probably be a garage here, maybe a 2-car garage. And you would enter through here. And I don't think it's going to work. So I may have to just completely... Well, no, maybe not. Maybe it is working now. Maybe I am back online. Never mind. I do say I'm back online now. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I will try to keep an eye on it. Make sure we keep running here. It is just that sort of thing. Cox Communications, the finest in internet service. The finest I can get on this street anyway. There are some other sort of providers that have been bringing in internet. I hope they get here soon because I definitely will give them a shot. I'll put a little bit of paint in here real quick. Do, 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 do. Kind of fill in some of these blank walls before we get started on this office here. Do, do, do. Accidentally filled in this wall over here. This will be kind of this masonry look. There we go. One thing I think I'm also going to do is take out this part of the island and maybe, in that way, maybe give us a little more visual space. So it doesn't feel quite so crowded through there when we get to work here on the living area. The living area won't necessarily stay like this. Obviously, I had this idea with this sectional to do something that I ended up not really doing, right? I don't know. It didn't work out exactly like I thought, but okay, let's look at Book Nook. Let's take a look at our new Book Nook stuff, right? We're going to take a look here and see what have we got to work with. I'm going to filter this by kits, so maybe I can find everything easier, like so. A lot of the Book Nook stuff is going to be down here. Got a lot of it scheduled here together. So my thought is, like I said, is to do a sort of office right here. So we've got these things. Obviously, that'd be a great place to start, right? We put in kind of some bookshelves on each side. We'll use these stackable units here across the top. And then we could easily put a desk, you know, here with a chair. In fact, this is actually pretty easy, as you can see, to do. What else have we got for Book Nook? We've got a few things like this, which we might use. Let's put that over there. There's actually a mod, and I've said this before, and I need to break down and actually do it. There's a mod that will separate out the kits by kit. So it's not all of them lumped together when you do a search like this, when you do a filter. So far, I've not put it on this computer. I do have it on my laptop, and it works really, really well, and I really, really, really need to get it onto this computer at some point. Maybe when I get done with this stream, I'll go and, you know, do it. We'll see. Let's use that. There are a lot of really cool sort of, I mean, I'm kind of laying them out here. There's some really cool knick-knack things with this particular set. Sort of like, you know, just some clutter. We're going to kind of lay it out there because we'll need a little bit of color since this is going to be something of an office area. I don't see a lot else. I think there are some more things. Oh, here's a picture. Do we need a picture? Maybe. Maybe we'll go ahead and grab it just in case. We might use it. Let's see here. Anything else? Oh, we've got this. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're at it. We'll put that there. I've got a different version of this. I've got kind of the, you know, the full one. I'm going to just keep the full one. One thing I'm kind of curious about, though, is maybe we could check and see, can we fill that with stuff? Probably not really. We'll leave it there for now. Now, one thing I might go ahead and take out at least a couple of these particular shelves and put them in. Put in a blank one, put in one with some books in it. Once I get the desk in here, it might be a good idea to do a wall of those or something. We'll see. We'll take a look here in a little bit. This is pretty cool. This is a little shelf, you know, that looks like books. Put that there. We might use that, we might not, but again, I just want to get the things out here that we do have to work with. This is kind of a tight space, and we'll try maybe dropping this wall. That's going to help a little bit, although then, you know, we can see all the way through. But this is, oh, well, let's try it this way. Yeah, we can still see all the way through. I kind of don't, let's see. We're going to try looking at it like this, see if that's just too cumbersome and complex. But it is kind of closed in. I guess what I could do is we go ahead and maybe take this out for the moment. Let's move it over here. And then we can take this wall out. It'll make it easier for us to see. Yeah, make it easier for us to see our office. Now, one thing we can use, we can either put a desk here or we can put in shelving units. Let's take a look at our colors on this real quick. White. I think I'm going to go with white. We're going with a pretty modern palette. So we'll keep it in tune with the rest of the house. Like that. Maybe. I kind of want these next to each other. I guess I could freehand it into place like this, you know. Kind of create a little shelf there underneath that picture. And we'll brighten that up a little bit. That gives us a little bit of color in there. Let's take a look at our desk options. See what kind of unit we have for this particular space. Like I said, we could use cabinetry, like the kitchen cabinets. Let's take a look at those real quick. It would kind of help tie everything together even more so, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't love that. Sometimes I do it that way, but I don't know about there. For some reason, putting that there just doesn't grab me. I kind of would like maybe not so thick of a desk, something that's not going to be quite so visually impeding. But at the same time, I mean, most of the desks are the same size. I say that as though, you know, somehow a magical desk I haven't come across yet is going to pop out here. But we've got that. That's pretty cool. We've got this, of course. I love that desk. It does take up a lot of space, but it looks really good and it looks very modern. There's not really room to use this picture in its full size. I guess we could make it smaller. Kind of like that. Maybe we'll freehand it into place. Do. One thing I do think I would like to do, though, is really just have just a half-size desk there. Boy. Let's play around with what we've got. We'll see. Obviously, I'm not set. Boy. Okay, so not totally set on any of these at the moment. Let's take a look at this. This one, I like this one. I like all of them. I actually do really like all of them. That's not, you know, it's not too bad. That's pretty good there. It's white. It matches those shelves really, really well. The full-size picture fits. And then we could still do these in kind of a little arrangement, you know, like this. Put little knickknacks on there or something. Let's see here. Like that, you know. That's kind of cool. Maybe grab our lamp here, put it on that side. We're going to make the lamp a little bit. I'm going to give it some color, I think. Let's look and see what kind of pictures we have here. I commented before, I think these are supposed to be kind of maybe like book covers. I think that's going to be my favorite one right there with the tree branches. Yeah, it is. Let's go with the brown frame on that. We're going to need a computer, of course, for this area. This is kind of tentative. I mean, this is coming along pretty quickly. Maybe even a little bit quicker than I thought it would. Got that thing. Only comes in gold. Looking for something maybe a little not so obvious. How about this? We got that. That's nice. We got that. That's cool. That's also in gold, though, right? Oh, we've got this. This isn't in gold. We could do it like that. Let's go with that. And wonder if it comes in any different colors. Comes in blue, red, nice, white. I'm going to go with the blue. I like the blue there. I thought about using blue out here on these columns as well. Ended up changing my mind, but I might put blue in for my house. I felt like white would be what more people would like. I might switch those to blue, though, for personal taste when I use it myself in my game. Okay, so we've got that set up. We could do shelving like that to create a different sort of look. We could even do like that. Creates like a real sort of entranceway, you know, over that. I don't know. That might be too much. I'd need to come back in also with the tool mod and adjust that so we don't have so much of that stutter there. Let's see, if you came into this house and you looked off to the side and you saw the little office as soon as you walk in through the door, how does that look? That actually looks pretty good. I kind of do like that like that. For now, we're going to leave it. Let me try putting a wall there so I get a better look of exactly how it's going to intersect here. There we go. So that's going to be the more realistic way it looks, is that. And we could do that and then that. That. So we have a really thick, full office here, a lot of storage space. I think for now I'm going to leave it like that. We'll see kind of, you know, as I play through this, as I use Sims actually within the space, we can always decide that it's too much or, you know, it's too heavy. I think right now, part of what's driving me is I really wish I had more shelves in my office here. Back behind me, I wish that I had like a whole ton of shelves behind me to stack stuff on. So maybe it's like subconsciously, I'm kind of like thinking, if I could design this any way I want, well, I could just put tons of shelves back here behind me. I guess I could put tons of shelves back here behind me. At some point I might. And then we'll put like a desk chair there that matches the dining room chairs. And then if we need another chair to eat, you know, we're going to pull in an extra chair, kind of sandwich it in. We can, they'll match that way, right? Let's have this tray. We're going to put the tray here with the coffee on it. I think if it'll fit, will it fit? It might fit. Let me see here. It's maybe too big for this space. That's too bad because I do really like it. I think this is one of the cooler items, actually, is this little tray. But I guess we could, I mean, we can always use the tool mod. We can always use the tool mod to get it into place, or something like that. I mean, it is underneath the screen. You know, it looks a little close to me. It looks like a little bit too close to me, but it is underneath the screen there, right? So it does kind of fit. Let's see here. What kind of options do we have for coloring? I think I like that one best. And it's got a little blue cup with it, right? We're going to go ahead and leave that way for now. I don't know if I want to leave it that way forever, but for now I do. That's going to be a little bit tight there. We'll make it a little bit smaller, right? Put it like that, I think. Again, put a little bit of color in there. Put that there. We could put all sorts of knickknacks in this, and I don't know how far I'm going to go with it, to be quite honest. I feel like a house should have a little bit of room for people to personalize it kind of once they get it, right? So to fill up every single space, I don't typically do that. I mean, occasionally I have, but not typically. And this is his research, right? Maybe he's in college right now. Maybe he's like me and in college part-time. So he's got like these books here where he's been kind of researching some stuff. I don't usually research with hardcover books. I usually do it digitally nowadays, but he's still got this big stack of books, right? The stutter there is going to drive me totally crazy. So I think I'm going to go in real quick and adjust that with the tool mod. Just so I don't have to look at it over and over and over and over. It's always really super simple to do. Go into tool mod, hit scale it down by 1/100%. You can't tell that it's any smaller, but the stutter goes away, right? Right. One of the most brilliant uses of tool mod, I think, for someone who likes to build with move objects on is to do that. Mm-hmm. Got a bunch of them to do here, but that's okay. Oh, actually, that may. Let's see here. Maybe that's right. That's not individual shelves, so it was okay. Cool. It's done. Awesome. I was thinking this was like all individual, just single shelves, but that was a whole bookcase. So that made that quick and easy. Now we don't have any more of that stutter, right? Right. As I come across stuff, I might throw a few more kind of little knickknacks in here. It's funny because is that all the knickknacks? I guess so. Everything I pulled off is in here now. Let's see real quick if this stack of books comes in anything kind of like blue. Throw another blue item in there. It does. Okay, let's do that. We got this blue here, blue here, blue here. So it's tying together a little bit, giving us a little bit of cohesive feel to it. And that looks not too bad. I do like that a lot. The really great thing about this office, I think, is that it's going to be right here by these windows. You're going to have a lot of light. And it's still isolated, from the main house, the main kind of living area, but not totally isolated. You're not going to feel completely cut off. I did just lose something there. I wonder what I lost. Says I lost something. Says I lost this. Huh. When I did that. But I don't know where it would have come from. I didn't think I'd used that yet. Anywhere except for here in the office. And I don't see that it's missing here. We won't worry about it for now. Because I don't know any place else it could have disappeared from. But it does show that it kind of disappeared when I put that wall back into place. It's kind of a glitch like that. Been a glitch like that for a long time. You put in a wall, and sometimes things that you've put in using move objects on and stuff will just disappear, right? Now, so we've got this sort of look here. Again, I'm not real sure I want to leave that. I'm pretty sure I want to leave it, but we'll see. One thing that might change my mind on that is we do have this wall here because it's kind of a two-story space, but I suppose I could do the entire space with those bookshelves, you know. Not real sure there, but maybe. Go ahead and fill in the wood floor there. Yeah, that's the one thing that's going to hold me back, is that we do have this wall here. And I'm not sure if I want to run those bookshelves all the way up that wall or not. Although it could be kind of cool. It might be kind of cool. Maybe I don't know how you would ever reach them. All right. I mean, how are you going to reach those bookshelves up there? You almost can't reach these, really. I don't know. Think about it. We're getting a little bit of roof show through here, which is too bad, but we are. It's the way it is. Let's drop down. Okay, so all in all, that's not too bad. It's not too bad of a start. I think I like the white. The white is something else I might change for this office. I might make it darker, but we'll see as we go on. I mean, for a start, it's a good start. It is a good start. Let me grab a few we might put a couple of plants or something up in here. We'd almost have to pretend they're silk plants, though, or fake plants, because they're so high up, I don't know how you'd water them regularly. But that is kind of the feel I'm getting, like maybe we should throw some plants up there. Something like that. You know, something pretty, a little bit of color, a little pop of color as you walk through there. And it fits perfectly, so that's good. I don't know what else we could throw something else up there real quick. A collectible or something. In a lot of ways, I think we need a whole lot more knickknacks in game. It's almost like we really don't have enough of those. And a lot of the knickknacks we have are like rocks, crystals, stuff like that. You know, I feel like it's not really like what you necessarily find at the store all the time. I think real quick, I'm going to throw in some toilet paper while we're here. Let's go ahead and throw some toilet paper in. And a mirror. Put a mirror in real quick. We use the mirror here from the new pack. Like so. Now, on the other side of this, the idea was to have an entertainment center that would use a lot of the same items, you know, that Book Nook sort of stuff. So the first thing I want to do is put in a television set, and then we'll kind of organize everything around that. Now, my thought is, you know, the first thing I'm thinking is, well, we'd put the television right in the middle, but we don't really have to. I don't suppose. I mean, one thing we could do would be to offset it a little bit. Like here. Let's just grab one. Something kind of like this here. Yeah, let's go with that. And then we could do kind of like we did on the other side. Let me take a look at the Book Nook things here. Let's see. Okay, so here's kind of some of our modular shelving. That's not really all of it. I wish it was all kind of shown in here, including the, you know, the full-size bookshelves, because I guess they're going to be under storage instead of under shelving. What colors do we have to work with? I kind of was hoping for something that might match with the kitchen a little bit. but I don't think any of the colors for this are really going to match the kitchen. We might go with that. I don't know that I really want to do white here. Again, is kind of where I'm going with this. Is I'm kind of thinking I don't want it to be too bland and boring. Mm-hmm. Put that there. Put that there. Maybe go ahead and put 2 of these here. Let's see here. Take that one out. We're going to go back over here to our shelving. Do we have, yeah, this, I want one here that's going to be kind of empty. We're going to do empty ones here across the top. And we're going to do empty ones here across the bottom. Actually, that might be a little bit higher than I want, though. Let's take those 2 out. Let's do empty ones like this. Because we'll probably put a video game system on there, right? Let's throw in some electronics, some fancy video game, that one. Yeah, fancy video game system here off to the side. I feel like that's almost too close to that TV, but it'll be okay. We'll leave it alone. There's another bookshelf. Did I leave that one there? I wonder. Who knows? We're going to go ahead and grab this kind of empty one, put it there. Empty one like that. And like, whoops, take that out. Put some completely empty ones over here to create kind of a really big sort of built-in look here, right? Now, let's go in real quick with that tool mod and let's kind of fix the stutter. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good for there. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then we've got kind of this built-in entertainment center here with a lot of books, because this family probably doesn't read nearly this much, but a lot of books here. And again, looking at that, I'm thinking about changing this to that darker brown. Ah, boy. I did want to keep it pretty light and bright and airy in this house, but at the same time, the darker brown does have kind of a nice look to it, a nice balance to all this lighter wood and lighter furniture. So it's definitely something I'm going to have to think about. The really weird thing, I don't think we have a shelf down here because this doesn't really match color-wise. I mean, when you look at it there, that doesn't really match next to it exactly. It kind of almost does, but not really. See, and that one doesn't really either. So we could go ahead and put the video game system there. We could take this out, and then we could either just put a regular table there, or we could do, something like the benches from this sectional. So something like that, that would kind of tie into the rest of the furniture in the room. I'm kind of surprised that those smaller shelves don't come in all the swatches. That's not something I really noticed at first when I was going through this, when I was kind of having a first look at it online or on stream the day it came out. I didn't really catch on to that, and now I'm starting to catch on to it, of course, and I don't love it. I don't love the fact that you don't have all the swatches for that single, for this single unit here. Although, well, I guess it kind of matches up there, though, doesn't it? Take a look at that. I mean, it doesn't seem to be out of place up there. It looks fine. Is it just the lighting that's throwing that off? Maybe. Maybe it's just a lighting issue. I don't know. That's weird. All I know is that it really didn't look right. I do know that. It didn't really look right to me, so for now, I'm not going to use it. We might just put something like this here. Or you know what we could do? Let's do this. Let's see. Let's see if we like this. Let's grab this. Put a little platform on here. Like so. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, but let's try it real quick. Because what I'm thinking is we do this. Let's lower it down one more. I guess. Just whoops. Why is it going up? Oh, shit. I didn't click. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, let's fix it. Let's fix it. There we go. All right, now let me see here. Can I just lower it? Why is it doing that? It shouldn't be doing that. Why is it doing that? It should not be doing that. Okay, let me go back. Again. Let's just take it down this way. Like that. That's weird. Why was it doing that? Because, see, I have this selected, so it should. Well, there we go. Now it's working. I don't know. Anyway, my thought is that we do this, and then we go in here and we grab the foundation, right? Except we don't have a foundation. Do we not have a foundation that matches for the platforms? I know we do in the regular foundations, but maybe not for this one. See, I was thinking about putting a foundation on it like that would match this stuff. Because we do have that foundation over here, right here. Right? Yes, but it won't work on those elevated platforms. So, that's really not going to work then either, unless I could put a wall around it, of course. Let's see how that looks. I don't think I'm going to like it. but we can see how it's going to look here like that, right? So if we put a wall around it like this, I don't know, maybe I'll like it. Let's take a look here. If we put a wall around it like that, then we could go in and we can grab, you know, this new stuff here, right here, right? So we could go like that. Is that even the same color? I think that's the same color. It comes in two different styles, and I'm not sure which one I used. Maybe I did use that one. Now, flooring-wise here on the top, we could just do this. It's basketball flooring. And then we'll grab some sort of, maybe that one. That one a little bit, that one's a little bit closer. Let's go with that one. Like that, maybe? Don't know. Also, we need to pull these back down. Come on. There we go. It's not wanting to go down because of, I guess, this thing now. Oh man, the life I have to lead with this game. Let me tell you something. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's put it here. Let's put it here. Just grab another one like so. Because it should be fine, right? Shouldn't be an issue. Just do it this way. Okay, there we go. That fixed that. Put those back where they belong. And then we do have kind of a little bit of room there to put some stuff, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. It's okay, and it does at least tie in with the fireplace back behind it. It's got that going for it, right? Because it ties into this area, and it kind of ties us into the stairs. So it keeps a little bit of that theme kind of running through here. But we could even do like that, you know. But I still don't know that I absolutely love it. I think it will be okay for the moment, though, I think. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It looks okay. I think I can live with it, and then we'll just see kind of... Oh, hello, David Sharp. I'm just now checking over there. I'm sorry. I hope you didn't say hello a long time ago. If you're still watching, hello. Mr. Sharp, how are you this morning or this afternoon now as it is? I need to be paying more attention because I've been having some internet issues this morning. I actually lost the stream for a little bit. We are working on this suburban house here, of course, as you can see. And wrestling a little bit with our entertainment center, although not too much. I mean, I think it's coming along okay. Put that there. We might grab a coffee table for there. And then on this side, we're going to do a secondary sort of living area. And I thought about doing the exact same thing, like just replicate this sofa like so. I don't know if I love that idea, but maybe go ahead and do that. I'm also thinking, though, maybe something a little more comfortable for this side. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. So let's see here. What do we have? There is one sofa here I kind of have in mind. Let's see if I can find it relatively easily. I can't. No, where is it? Let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. And it's just like a regular kind of rolled arm sofa with no blankets and no pillows on it. Just a regular sofa. There it is. This here. Now, what colors does this come in? I wonder. That has kind of a comfy sort of fireplace type of look to me. Just go this route. Miscellaneous. Could throw one of these up here real quick. Oh, my stream is offline. Oh, no kidding. I can still see it on this end. I can still see it. Did it come back? I hope. Is that kind of, I don't know how long ago you posted that. I have been having trouble with that. Your stream is still offline. Yeah, I'm still seeing it on my end as being active. It is still showing, like I can still see everything going on, see myself kind of talking on this other feed here. So it does still show as active coming through YouTube. So, it's back now. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Lori. It's back now. Great. Glad to know that. I have been having trouble all morning with my internet. I have the best internet you can get for this area, which is not the best internet, right? Probably Saturday morning, a lot of people jumped on, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully they'll clear out as the day goes on. Who can say? Okay, so we've got our entertainment center done here. We've got our office done on this side. The office, now at first I did really like this setup, right? Now I am starting to think maybe it's a little bit too crowded. To have this part here might be too much, a little bit too crowded. So I think I'm going to take it out. Let me grab our plants real quick. We'll keep the plants on here. Where shall we put them? Let's put, whoops. Where did I put that thing? Right there. Put it here. And we'll put this up here. And then I think we're going to go ahead and take that out. I mean, when I was first thinking about it, I kind of liked it. I don't know. Now I don't really like it, so it's hard to say. Do I like it better like that? Not really. Let's take it out and just kind of leave it like that for now. For now, we'll see when we kind of get done here, kind of how I feel about it. We're going to work outside a little bit. We do need an area for kids to play outside. I'm thinking something pretty simple. I kind of mentioned earlier there is a park near here, so we don't need a lot of kids' toys. Not really. Mm-hmm. Go with this. Oh, I guess we could do this playhouse too. I do like this playhouse a lot. I don't want to fill this up too much back here, you know. I don't want to get too crazy with it. But I do kind of like this little playhouse here for kids. And the dollhouse here with the rainbow colored tree and stuff, that's one of my favorite things for kids. We'll go with that. With the farm scene and the little sort of rainbow treehouse setup here. We're also going to go ahead and put in, I thought I'd put in some sort of seating out here, and I guess I still will. I really kind of wanted to do lounge chairs, but I'm not entirely set on that. I also wouldn't mind maybe doing something like this out here, this type of furniture. How much room have I got down here? Yeah, I think I will do this sort of furniture down here. And then we'll put lounge chairs down here at this end. Mm-hmm. If that seems too crowded, I might have to adjust that here in a little bit. I just do not have a lot of room here for all the things I want. This is only a 30 by 20 lot. So it's a pretty small lot. It's a pretty tight lot. But we're going to try to fit in, some stuff here. I do like this. Let's put in this sort of almost, outdoor kitchen looking thing. Like so. And we'll put in a table and chairs to go along with that. Let's take a look here. Another thing I'm kind of sometimes not thrilled with is our selection of outdoor furniture. I might not use outdoor furniture, though. I can use indoor furniture. I mean, there is always that. Can always kind of fall back on that. I actually really like this table, but, it's got that umbrella on it, which we really don't need since it's under a porch. Let's just take a look at our dining room tables, and maybe we'll just grab something there. This is a good fallback for me. I love this. It has kind of an outdoor look to it to me. Or we could go with this from the high school pack. That also has a sort of outdoor look to me, right? Sort of, looks like something like sidewalk furniture, sidewalk cafe type furniture, stuff like that. It also kind of matches with that tan and white. So let's go with that, and then let's grab some chairs here to put around it. Maybe those. Rather have something maybe a little more comfortable. I actually really love these. These are some of my favorite chairs. I mean, I just adore these chairs. I guess we'll do those. Let's do those. They look like outdoor chairs. They're made out of, kind of lucite or plastic or something. So let's put that there as a place to kind of eat and hang out. Does this come in pure white? Yeah, let's go with pure white on that. See, the thing I don't like about this, about having lounge chairs there, is it does kind of break, it's going to be kind of a tough traffic flow. And especially when you're getting into real life, if I was really doing this as a backyard, so I could put them over here, of course. Put this over here. That almost makes more sense to me like that, although it's kind of a tight arrangement as well. One thing we could do would be to go ahead and take out this line of bushes. Extend our kind of patio area back here. Then we have a little more room here. Makes a little more sense to have kind of a seating area right off the grilling area. And we're going to change the color of these. Actually, we'll go with, yeah, maybe that. So it kind of matches our lounges a little bit better. We could also do pure white on them, of course, or blue. Blue might be pretty. For now, though, we'll leave it like that, and we'll grab another table here. Put on this side. Like that. And we can use one of these tables down here as well. Kind of someplace to set a drink there. Mm-hmm. Let's find our ladders. Throw in a ladder real quick. Or two. Put in two maybe. Put it right here in the middle. We're not going to get too much into lighting yet, but we could, definitely we'll put some pool lighting in there. I might ultimately change that out. I might put a bigger table, but I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, too, we're going to go through and do some kind of undershadowing maybe on some of the landscaping. For now, let's see what we have here. Fill in a little bit of this stuff. A little bit of ground cover. Kind of would like that to come out a little bit more without raising. There we go. It's pretty good. Oops. And then we'll put in a whole bunch of these along here as well. Just seems like so much to spend, like $20 a pop, just have a little bit of green kind of tucked out under there. And it kind of is. I suppose, like I said, I will go through and probably go through and just, do a highlight with terrain paint. But it feels to me like this is a little bit more realistic to have some ground cover under there. That's not too bad for a backyard. I mean, I kind of thought it might take a little bit longer than that, but I guess that's all you really need. I mean, I might throw in a few little knickknacks or some potted plants or something, but there's not much more we actually need back there. One thing we do need is we need to put a garbage can out here. We need to throw in our kind of standard suburban garbage can. I need to grab a garbage can for inside the house as well. For out here, we're going to use this. Yeah, good old steady standby. Maybe this one. It's not too bad, but this looks like the garbage cans in my area look just like that in both blue and green. One is for standard garbage, and then the blue one is for recyclables. So we'll go ahead and put both those out there. We really don't need them. I guess I don't have to, but since I'm not setting a budget for this house, I do not have any sort of restrictions on pack usage budget anything for this particular house. I'm going to put both of them out there because it's a little more realistic. I mean, I say that. I assume a lot of cities have that sort of option where you can, separate your garbage out from regular garbage and recycling, separate those out. I assume that. I really don't know it. I just guess that that's the case. Let's put a little garbage can there so we don't forget later. One thing I want to do real quick too while I'm thinking about it is let's put a little bit of under counter lighting here in our office, because that is something I would typically do. We do have that light fixture on the desk there, but being that this is a workstation and we want a lot of really good task lighting, we're going to go ahead and put this in as well. Good old standing steady, good old steady standby. Art lighting, picture frame lighting. Okay, so we're starting to get there. It's coming together a little bit. Let's go upstairs. Upstairs, I barely touched. As you can see here, upstairs, I have barely touched. Now, I've done a little bit on it. Originally, the kids' rooms were along this side of the house, but then it occurred to me that one of the kids' rooms, once I put the fireplace in place, only had these two windows in their whole room, right? Just these two here. And I thought, well, that's not very much of a view. It's not very much, it's going to feel a little claustrophobic, kind of like an attic type of room or a dormer type of room. So I reversed it and made the adults' bedroom here with their bath and closet, and then put the two kids' bedrooms back here in the back, which is probably better anyway, because a lot of adults might want their bedroom here, so that way they could hear if either of these two were trying to come down the hallway, right? Like late at night, like my son does, to sneak off to the kitchen and grab some snacks. So I do think that kind of works pretty well. We're going to do the same flooring up here that we've done through the rest of the house, which is this light-colored basketball flooring from City Living. Actually, some of the best all-purpose flooring I would say that we've had so far has been this. I do see some of the graphical stutter there coming through the floor for those bookshelves down below. We're going to take a look at that here in a second. Right now, in fact, let's see here. It's going to be, I guess, on the side with the entertainment center. So what we'll do is we'll lower everything down just ever so slightly. Again, I'm probably going to use the tool mod for this because we don't need to lower it down very much. Just enough so that it doesn't intersect that floor. We're going to try that. We're going to try using the tool mod on it and see if that will give us enough of a change versus using move objects on. So elevate -0.1. Oh, that was more than I expected. That definitely won't show up. That was more than I expected. Let's change that. Let's move it back into place by 0.05. Okay, so let's make it even less. Let's do 0.025. Now, let's see here. That did fix it. Can we go even less? 0.025. I can do those as a whole group too. And so far in my life, I just have not really gotten that much into highlighting a group of objects and then moving them. What did I do? What did I do? Oh man, I think I hit the wrong button. That's okay. Luckily with Tool, we have an undo button. That Twisted Mexi is pretty brilliant with the Tool mod. He knows exactly how we all think, right? Let's see here. Let's go with that. Okay, so that does still work. And basically what we need to do is we need to lower each of these by point, not 0.01 is what we need to lower them by, like so. Tool, elevate. You can see I grabbed scale a lot out of habit. I mean, that in this back online here, at least it's 1243. So hopefully I did just now catch it. Let's see if we're back running. Okay, I think I'm back now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Is that right? I'm showing on my end that we are back. So I'm gonna hope that that is correct, and I just caught it quickly this time. Lord, I tell you what, there've been a lot of talk of late. Some other internet options coming to my neighborhood, right? And one of them in particular is a local utility company bringing in fiber optic lines. And I'm telling you, Cox Cable, right now, I know you're not watching Cox Cable. I know you're not watching, but I'm telling you right now, I am switching as soon as there's another option. I also have AT&T in my house. I actually have two internet providers in my house, one upstairs, one downstairs. But the downstairs one is AT&T, but it's just not a great connection because it has to be wireless. And so, yeah, sometimes there's even more problems with it than there is otherwise, right? We're going to have our bathroom here and then a walk-in closet here. My big question is, I don't know if I want to do a single door and then enter the closet from the bathroom or do two doors. With myself, we always like two of the houses I've lived in, the two houses I've built, I've entered the closet through the bathroom. So I guess I'm going to stick with that here. I know sometimes it's not the case. You have a door from each side, one to the bathroom, one to the closet. But the two houses I've lived in have not been like that as an adult, I should say, as an adult person. The other thing is, I think, though, I really would rather have this maybe here. I got to really look at this room in regards to where I'm going to put the bed. This is the master bedroom, so I guess I could put the bed here. Yeah, I guess that's about all I could do. Maybe move the door down a little bit to there, put the bed here, maybe a seating area over here. We could do a dresser or a desk on this part. Let's grab a bed real quick. We'll start framing this room out some because I do think that's what we're going to end up having to do, and then we'll look at the bathroom a little bit. We're going to use Dream Home Decorator to frame out the closet. We're not going to use the pre-made closets from Get Together. We will use Dream Home Decorator to kind of frame out a closet. For both the adults here with this really large closet and for the kids with these smaller walk-in closets, both of them will do with Dream Home Decorator. So let's pull down here and take a look at our bed options. I'm going to say this again. We need more bed options. We need so much in game. And The Sims 4 is not going to go on forever, I'm afraid. And I'm like, no, we need so much more stuff still. I could use custom content. There's a lot of great custom content creators out there. Peacemaker, of course, comes to mind immediately. I really like him. He is a great content provider. I think he uses a paywall, but I don't think it lasts very long, And back when I used to download from him, I don't think he even had a paywall. I think he just had kind of a donation system, where you could leave a donation if you wanted to, kind of buy him a cup of coffee, right? If he does now, I don't think it lasts very long. So that's one reason why I really like him. I really admire that he's not really going to kind of gouge people there. The other reason why I like him is because he just happens to do really, really incredible work. I mean, he just happens to do fantastic work. He is a great custom content guy. So I could use some of his stuff, of course, and some other people. But, when it comes to building things for the gallery, of course, you can't really put custom content on there, not easily. It's really hard for people to have the exact same stuff that you have and then when they download it, it looks like crap because the game just substitutes these random items out of like totally left field most of the time. And it looks nothing like probably you designed, right? I love these things from the Eco Pack. Now, this is supposed to be a fabricated chair, right, from the fabricator, but I love them. I think they've got a great modern style, kind of just a really good contemporary look. It's not ultra modern. It's not, crazy modern. It's just a nice contemporary feel, very, very sort of soothing, right? We're going to call it soothing. Nice soothing feel. One thing we could do is we could do them like this. I don't know. I don't usually put chairs kind of just head on like that. But if we did them like that, could we put one of those new shelving units here as kind of an end table? Let's take a look here. See what we have. See, I know we could do this, it's kind of an end table, right? Kind of a floating end table. So I'm sure we could probably do that using the new bookshelves. But one thing I don't know is, are the new bookshelves going to be too large for this space? See, like that. They might be too large. Kind of are too large, at least with these particular chairs. But I do kind of like that as an idea. Let me take a look here. Guess we could take those out. We could definitely do a line of these under the window as kind of a built-in. And one really cool thing to do, we'll turn off the sun here for a second. It's going to be pretty, well, we'll take off this overhead lighting too. This stuff here. We can put some lighting underneath there and give kind of a really cool effect. We can use those, or we can use these. See, we could do something like this. Gives a very cool modern effect to the overall look, right? So I think we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think so. For now, we're going to do it. We're going to leave it like that. Let's put another light in here. We're not going to use this super bright light. But at the end of the day, the super bright ceiling light will come out here in the bedroom. But maybe we just put a seating area over here, with those chairs. I should have kept those chairs. The great thing is to, if someone doesn't want chairs here, right? Like, I'm not going to sit up there and read. What am I going to do with those chairs? You can always pop them out, sell them, replace them with an art easel, something like that. We could use a little sort of table over there. I think we'll just use the same one as by the bed. So, we've got a pretty good sized master bedroom here. I think we're going to need some decor, so a little bit of clutter, a little bit of art on the walls. But all in all, I think it works okay. I kind of dig the built-in look here. I would love to have something to kind of give the impression that this is a window seat maybe that you could set on, even though it wouldn't be. I don't think there's anything that's really going to work for that. I mean, we could kind of pretend, right? We could kind of pretend, we could kind of put it, we could kind of put something to give the impression of that. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take a quick look. I'm afraid that, the shelving units are so small. I mean, we could do this, right? But then you can see it from the underside. So that's not exactly going to work. And then, but if we do it like that, I mean, it's not awful. It's not terrible. But it's also not really grabbing me. It's kind of like what I want to do, but I don't think we really have the means in game to do it at the moment with what I've got to work with. That's pretty much, I'm afraid, where it's going to stand. That might be not awful. That actually kind of matches pretty well. You can see it hanging down here, but it's not terrible. We could do something like, no, definitely not that. Definitely not that. So, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to temporarily do it. It is not usable. This is purely for looks. This is purely like a diorama type of look, right? It's not usable, but at least I don't think it is. Will Sims hoist themselves up there and use that? I doubt it. I don't think so. But we'll see. Maybe they will. In fact, let's test it out real quick. Something in my head says, yes, Jason, they will use that. That you've tested that before, right? Something in my head says, you've tried this before, and yeah, they'll use it. They were fine with it. Another part of me says, no, they're not going to use it. Let's see here. There we go. Let's have him try sitting here. No, yeah, he won't use it. Okay, so he can't sit on it. I think he would sit on it if this shelf was not in the way. But the shelf is in the way. So for the moment, I'm going to leave it like that, and then we'll just decide later. Kind of, I don't know. Kind of looking at it. I don't know if I like it or not. Let's move this down here. See, I don't think there's enough room to put 4 of them in place. And that's a big part of the problem. Yeah, and then that stutter's the other big part of the problem. We could fix the stutter though with toolmod, right? Right. We could fix the stutter with toolmod. I don't know. I mean, it's got kind of a look. I'm going to leave it. Golly, I'll agonize over this stuff. I'm going to leave it for now. Let's put in a rug real quick. See what kind of rugs we have to work with here. I kind of want to do something colorful again, but I don't know. I love this rug and I use it like all the time. Again, it's one of those things that maybe I use it almost too much. I like the color orange though. Orange is one of my favorite colors, so that's probably part of it. Let's look for something else. Just kind of looking at these things I don't normally use, see if there's anything here that really kind of grabs my eye. I don't really like the new rug with the new pack at all, by the way. It's really kind of a weird look to me. I'm still not real sure. I think it's a bath mat, but it came with Book Nook. So I'm just not real sure what it was supposed to be. But it looks like a bath mat to me. It really does. Like that. Might be a bit much. This is another one I've used a lot, though. But again, it kind of has the look, right? I mean, it kind of does look like... Not really. No, it doesn't. I take that back. It doesn't. Let's do that. Let's see here. There's bound to be something in here and all this stuff. We could do a variation of the rug that's down in the living room, of course. I really like that rug quite a bit. Again, it brings some color in, but it doesn't really compete too much with everything else. I might end up changing these tables out as well. Now that I've kind of lived with them for a little bit, I might end up changing those out. That's not too bad. That actually doesn't look awful. Something a little bit different for that room, but again, I don't know. What I really wish, I've said this like for the last, how many years has this been out? Almost like 9 years now. I wish we still had casts from The Sims 3 because you could just basically create anything, you know, that you wanted. You could do anything that you wanted as far as decor. And I do really I do really miss that. This is kind of a cool new rug. I do like this rug. I've used it a couple of times already. This is, when we get into situations like this where I'm scanning through like a million rugs, this is part of why I don't always live stream when I'm building. And that is because I will sit here literally just forever kind of scanning through this stuff, trying to find something, right? Trying to find something that I think works. This might work. This is another one I use way too much, but what can I say? I use it because it works. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely get caught up for a long time just looking, scanning through, you know, kind of one thing after another, trying to find the exact right thing for a room. And I don't know, that seems a little boring to me, to be honest. I don't want to bore people, but I think this one might work. I do think so. It's not quite big enough, is the problem. It kind of works better like that, maybe. But then the furniture is a little bit off, right? Because the window is centered with the wall and not with the world. But then that kind of fixes that. Now, does it? So we can just go just like that. Now, that looks a whole lot better. I love it now. I love it now. That's going to be just fine. We'll just take a little bit from the closet. We'll make a slightly larger area here for when you come into the room. You know, this kind of could use a larger area anyway, because we'll put a little table or something here, and we'll put a mirror above it for when you're leaving the room. You're going to take one last look, make sure how you look for you know, head out for the world. Before you step out of that sanctuary and show your face to the world, We'll go ahead and we'll throw in, let's use something like this. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I think that does work. I'm gonna be pretty happy. I think I'm gonna just stick with that. That looks really good. Let's see what kind of tables we have to work with for something there. Just real quick, throw a little table under it. Be good to go. We need something pretty small under there, which is probably gonna be the tough part. But we do have this. We have stuff like this, right? Not too bad. It's a little bit thicker, really, than I think I was thinking of. We do have this. I love this table, actually, from, that new pack. I do really, really like it. Maybe it feels too short to the floor, though. So we might have to use, because if that one doesn't work, I don't know what will. We might have to use maybe just a shelf on there. So if we come in here and we find, again, we've got something like this, a little bit thicker than I'm looking for. And what I'm really thinking is to just grab, again, the old standby, the sort of old standby shelf. We could do something like this, though. A little more modern. Got a little bit of a sheen and a shine to it. Let's go with that for now. We'll go with that for now. Now, the bathroom. So what we need in this bathroom is we need, obviously a toilet. Right off the bat, we're going to need double sinks. Since it's a master bath, we need a tub and a shower. Ideally, we would like for the toilet to be in a closet, right? So maybe we do like this. And okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and frame out a sort of closet here for the toilet. Let's do like this. Pull this over here. Like so. Let's go ahead and frame that out. And that would be where our sort of commode closet is, right? Which again, I really don't know how popular that is. It's a relatively newer thing in the States, maybe the last 20 years or so. The very first house I built, really. So we'll leave it like that. Now we have 2 windows here. We're going to need, as I said, a shower and a tub and double sinks. Ideally, that's what I would like to see in here. So how to make this work? How will we make this work? Let's see. One thing we could do is put we've got 2 options. We put the sinks here and the door here, or we put the sinks here, leave the door where it is, and we put the tub here in either case, and the shower here in either case. The thing with putting the sinks here is that maybe ideally it would be great if we had the door to the toilet here. And then if someone was taking a shower, you could come in with a little privacy, I guess. Not that it would matter. I mean, let's face it. These people are obviously married, right? Obviously, if you're using this bathroom, you're sharing this bed with somebody. And the two of you surely are on somewhat personal terms. I mean, surely this is a family home. You probably got kids too. So even if you're not married, I'm going to assume you've at least had sex once or twice, because that's how you need a 2-bedroom house for 2 kids. So surely you could walk into the bathroom and see someone naked, right, in the shower or the tub, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to go ahead and put that there for a little extra privacy. And then let's go ahead and grab a shower. Good old trusty here, at least for the moment, put the shower in. And then a tub here. This is a really nice house, so we are going to go with a Whirlpool tub, the $12,000 Whirlpool tub, which, Whirlpool tubs do not cost that much. You do not have to pay $10,000 or $12,000 for a tub. But in this case, in The Sims, you do. So we'll go ahead and put a wall here, kind of divide that off, like so. Now, again, the one thing I wouldn't like is the sinks would be very close to the tub in this case. We'll go ahead and put them in place just to kind of see what we're dealing with. We have new sinks with the new pack, which I use downstairs in the guest bathroom. So let's go ahead and use them upstairs as well. And I mean, it's not bad, but again, it's going to look a little crowded, I think. So if we do this, and we put this here, the other thing we could do is maybe go ahead and put this here. Do the toilet here. Like that. Then maybe I kind of like that a little bit better. You do have a window here off of, the toilet. You do. We don't have to have a window there. We could take those windows out, or we could replace them with something smaller and up high. Plus, the toilet is going to be back here, not in front of the window. So it's going to be back here. You wouldn't really have, too much of a lack of privacy. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a lack of privacy, but not too bad. We can do something like that. We could even move them up a little bit higher, so they more equally kind of match that other window over there in placement. Like that. Okay, I do think I like that better. I think that's going to work pretty well. Let's put a toilet in there. I think we'll use the exact same toilet as we use downstairs in the guest bath. Let's go ahead and find it here. This one. Like that. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. I'm not too unhappy with that layout. And then here in this closet, we could have quite a bit of storage. We're going to put in a little bit of storage here real quick, and then basically maybe kind of calling into this stream for now, because I need to probably eat some sort of lunch and check on my son who's over hanging out with a friend. he stayed the night with a friend last night. They have a little sort of Dungeons and Dragons group, which I can't believe people are still playing that. So crazy. It's been around just forever. But they have like a Dungeons and Dragons group, and usually they all get together, right? And they stay up all night long playing, and they just crash all over the place, right? Just fall asleep wherever they fall asleep. And so I need to check on him, see how he's doing, see if he's ready to come home, or if they're ready to get rid of him. He's probably not ready to come home, but see if they're there. Why did you not want to keep him? did you not want to keep him? Well, he seems really happy there, and I want him to be happy. So if you wanted to keep him, I guess, what could I say? What could I do? No, I want my son back, of course, eventually. Love my little buddy, my little boy. But I will have to kind of look into that. It is kind of weird, though. They still play Dungeons and Dragons. When I was a kid, I don't remember playing that all that much. I had some friends that kind of, I really just don't know that I really knew anybody that did. I feel like I had this friend that kind of talked sometimes about a game called Star Frontiers, which was kind of a science fiction version of Dungeons and Dragons, but I never played it. I always, just like I do now, play video games. Always did. This is what I'm looking for right here. Always played video games, just like today. I am a creature of habit. Let's I want to leave that a little bit open, not crazy open, but maybe like that. And then we'll go ahead and put in this sort of thing here. We will again have to use tool mod to take care of some of that stutter, right? Yeah. But that's okay. We'll put in the tool mod here in a minute, take out some of the stutter. We're also going to go in with some open shelving. Where are those? There they are. Going with some of this open shelving for over here. One thing I don't like, I'd never have gotten this. I don't understand why it places like that. That seems so weird. And I'm just not real sure what the thinking was on that. I don't know if it's just some kind of a mistake and it just has never been fixed, or really what the deal is. But it kind of leaves me stuck sometimes doing this, which I don't really want to do. I kind of would like to have a set of two of them side by side. I guess it's fine, though. It'll work like that. And we'll put one of those over here on this side as well. Like so. Then we're going to need some clothing. One thing I absolutely loved about this particular setup is the ability to, hang clothes from these rods. One thing, though, real quick here, I'm not sure I'm going to... In order for that to really work, I kind of need it like that. This side by side, I wanted to have something a little bit different, especially because we've got these shelves, the drawers, and the drawers are going to look a little bit odd. One thing we can do is we don't have to do it that way. Let's just take those out, right? Because we could do it this way. Like that. Like so. So we could do it that way, and then we could do... some shelving underneath it. And then this would give us that ability to have the clothes go all the way around and not look kind of odd. Okay, like so. Mm-hmm. And now once that's done, we're going to go down here and we'll put in a selection of drawers topped by cubbies. I think's how we'll do it. So we'll do a selection of these drawers down here. Let me filter this back out again. There we go. We'll do these drawers like so on each side, right? So it's kind of like his and hers dressers, right? And then clothes up above. Hopefully the clothes will not interfere with that. Let's take a look here and see what we end up with. Let's grab some of those clothes and try putting them up there. Oh, it went offline again. I'm glad it only took a minute to come back. At least it did it on its own. I probably don't have to do anything. It probably just randomly switches off for a minute. Who knows what they're doing? One thing I will say in their defense is that we have had a lot of inclement weather, right, of late. So I know they are having to go through and work on the lines, stuff like that. That said, I'm just not super, sympathetic when I'm trying to do something with my internet and it doesn't work. I'm not super sympathetic to their troubles. Let's hang those there. Hang these here. I guess it really doesn't matter what they are. I just want the look of clothes in here. That there. Is that going to be too high? It is a little high over there, I think, right? Yeah, it kind of intersects that, kind of dress there. Do. Put that here. That ought to do it. So we've got kind of our clothes lined out there. We're going to need to drop this a little bit. Trying to make sure we're about the same level on each side. I probably should just put, I think we are. Yeah, I think so. Let's check this side again. Okay. Now let's see here. Let's put one of these little cubbies down here. And that's probably going to be about as much as we can do with the closet. We'll go through and put in some lighting. There we go. That took care of the stutter. Mm-hmm. Keep wanting to zoom in a little bit closer here, but I don't think I can zoom in any closer. So, nah. Okay, so that's as close as we can get. Mm-hmm. Dream Home Decorator, if you don't have it, is really, I think, one of the best game packs out there as far as the assets that are available to use in game. The modular shelving, and then the closet stuff and the sectionals. It's just it really is worth it. And the gameplay was fun too. I really had a good time. I still have a good time playing the decorating career. I mean, my Sims do it a lot because it is at least an active, it's an active career and it is a lot of fun. You don't know what you're going to end up with. I guess after a while you could end up having done every single house in town, but then you just start over and do all the rest of them, right? Come back around again, maybe redo what you did before. Okay, and then that's going to give us some good lighting there in the closet for that stuff. Really good lighting, in fact. I wish I had lighting in my closet even half this good. We could also light up those little boxes too, but I think we've got enough. We could we could take the big light out and light up the boxes, but that's almost too much lighting in there as it stands right now with this under counter lighting. In fact, I might take like one or two out. We'll see. Maybe. Try taking that one out. That was kind of a bit much. And then let's grab, let's see here. Before it's all said and done, let's grab some shoes and put in there as well. Put in some tennis shoes here. And maybe some dress shoes on top. Some other shoes here at the bottom. So not too bad. We have kind of a nice closet set up there. Like I said, his and her dressers on the closet, his and her sides, right? His and his, hers and hers. Throw in a couple of mirror. We can take this out. We're not going to use those, as it turns out. Thought we would. Thought we'd end up using those, but no. No such luck. Take those out. Put in a couple of mirrors real quick. Just to say we did. Right now I'm using I'm using the same mirror, from this new pack. I might swap some of them out. We'll see. It's pretty typical though with a suburban house that you're going to just see the same mirrors all over the place, like in the bathrooms and stuff, a lot of the same fixtures. So it kind of fits. It is kind of in keeping with a suburban sort of theme. Okay, and for now, that is where we're going to end this stream. So please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you've enjoyed this stream. We're going to have more of this house coming. We're not entirely done with it yet, although it's coming along pretty nicely. I do like it. Nice little suburban. It's coming along pretty nicely. Later today, we're going to tour more of the Fantasy Save file from Little Red Riding Sim on Twitter. We're going to be in Solani today, which looked really good. We took a brief look just at the map the last time we were touring, and it looks really, really good. Some really large, extensive looking builds there in Solani. And for this build, that's it for today. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And as always, thank you for